Good morning, folks. It's lovely and warm and sunny down here in Cornwall. This little tiny car didn't half warm up quickly. Well, heats up at the slightest hint of the sun, and it really gets warm inside. So when summer arrives, you know, it can't be more than 12 or 13 degrees centigrade at the moment. When summer arrives, it's going to be really hot in this little car, I think. So I think lesson number one, if you've got a very tiny car that's black, don't do this. Don't park it in the full sun. Find some shade, I think. It's going to be the way forward. Or find a bigger vehicle that's not black. So it's now 6:30 p.m. and it's still kind of light. Well, it's twilight really. The sun has gone and it's gradually getting dark. Birds are singing. It's not going to be a particularly cold night, I don't think. It's lovely to see the hawthorn leaves unfurling here. Is that hawthorn? Yes. Yes, definitely hawthorn. Just thought I'd have a dusk wander to listen to the dusk chorus of the birds singing away. Robins over there. And over there. Replying to each other. There's a rabbit over there in the edge of the field. Do love these little green lanes around the campus. Really beautiful. So I've just been pondering what the solutions might be to dealing with the daytime heat in the van, and probably nighttime, not the van, the car. Probably the nighttime heat as well, on those still July evenings when it's really hot and there's no breeze. So it's definitely an advantage at this time of year, living in a very small space, because it traps the heat. But that's going to become a problem come the height of summer. So one obvious solution is to make sure I park the car under the shade of trees, which in midsummer is going to be easy enough, in the Undercliff on the Isle of Wight and parts of Cornwall. Parts of Cornwall are very open, not very many trees at all, especially on the North Cornwall coast. But where I'm at the moment, in Falmouth, there's plenty of shady areas to park the car. Make sure the windscreen isn't facing the sun, because it'll take a long time for the heat to dissipate once the sun's down on a very still midsummer night. The ventilation's an obvious thing. Crack the windows open by a centimetre or two. Doesn't tend to help that much in the height of summer when the heat outside is so warm. So another obvious solution is to stick some of the bubble wrap type stuff with the metal film covering over the windows. So I've already got some of that stuff on the kind of the back seat windows and the main back window. It's got a very large back window relative to the size of the car, but I've already got some of that stuff, and that deflects the heat from coming in and seems to trap some of the heat inside as well. So it both insulates during the winter and kind of excludes some of the heat, I would assume, over the summer as well. So that may help. May have to encase all the windows in that kind of metal or sheet coated bubble wrap stuff. Give that a go. If I had an actual van, I'd fix a ventilation system in the roof. Of course, I don't have a van, so I can't really do that. Well, I could do. I'll look into that for the summer. What I'm most likely to do, though, is if I can accumulate some money. So I'm currently doing some part-time work to try and avoid going into my overdraft, which I'm very close to still. If I can accumulate money over the summer, we're now in March, so we're basically in spring, winter's gone. If I can accumulate money in my bank account, I might be able to buy a new van in the autumn, say, a bigger vehicle. I think that's most likely what I'm going to do. Don't think I'm going to live in a small Citroen C1 much beyond this summer. Might even get one middle of this year, a new van, you never know. Of course, getting a van in mid-late summer or in the autumn this year kind of presupposes I'm actually going to stay in the UK over the winter, this coming winter 2024-25, which I may well not do, and I'm not sure it would be worth buying a van before I then head off in the winter, if I do. So what might actually be better is to stay in the car all summer, keep the car over the winter, or even sell the car in the autumn maybe. I've still got the old van stranded in Ventnor, so I can still use that for storage in theory. In principle, it's fully insured and taxed on the road where it's parked. It's not causing anyone any problems where it's parked, so in principle I could use that for storage over this coming winter when I go overseas. And then next spring 2025, good grief, is that really next spring 2025? Anyway, yeah, next spring I will have accumulated more money in theory, and I could then buy, as a blackbird doesn't like me coming close, and I could buy a bigger van once I've accumulated a bit more money, or not a bigger van, just a better van, when I return to the UK in spring 2025, if indeed I do go away this coming winter. Decisions. Give your suggestions in the comments below on, in terms of keeping cool over the summer, and whether I should move from the car into a bigger van over the summer, even though I'm going away possibly this coming winter. Comments, give me some comments, give me some feedback, and also subscribe to the channel if you like to hear about van life or car life now. And yeah, I do pretty much daily vlogging at the moment, gradually learning how to do video content creation. Not very good at it yet, but I'll get better. Like the video and subscribe.